Don't be angry. Put my serious face on for that. Don't be a chicken when you're doing new siding. Put exterior insulation on. All right, welcome to this exterior renovation. We got a couple things going on in this project. We're looking to gain a little bit of energy efficiency via adding exterior insulation, triple pane windows, and we're hoping to tighten it up a little bit. So we've already gone ahead and done a blower door test on this project before we started any of the demolition. And surprisingly enough, really pleasantly impressed, it's at 4 air changes an hour. Now, I'm hoping that we can get this well under 3 by the time we're done with our R9 zip on the exterior and new windows. Just reduce the air leakage, and hopefully we'll be able to make a solid connection from the zip sheathing to the foundation. And that should dial it down an air change or two. When you improve your blower door numbers, you get to talk to all your friends about your improved scores. You can even cock-a-doodle-doo about it. This is one of the areas we're going to be able to improve on thermal comfort, improve on the air sealing. So coming in over top the window, I can see right into the back of the trim, and maybe a spider in there. Oop, or two. Either way, we're going to be able to put a new window in here. We're going to be able to air seal it and install a little bit of insulation. So, improving thermal comfort, reducing energy costs. It's going to be a good time, folks. The old tar paper worked for a really, really long time as a weather barrier because it had so much oil in it that it didn't matter. Stuff you buy off the shelf today is, well, it's not sticky like this stuff is. And this stuff's 80 years old. Imagine what it was like when it was new. We know from doing our blower door testing and pulling out the thermal camera before starting into this, that there was either air leakage and a uninsulated space right here, or there was some type of water issue here. All right, I kind of suspected just from the IR images what we were going to find. And you have to respect the era of construction. When this house was built, people didn't have microwaves. And they didn't have microwaves over top of their stoves, definitely. So that plug up there had to get added somehow. And the only way that you add a wire or a dedicated circuit without tearing the wall apart is you have to fish it up from below. So that wire got fished through the exterior wall, the insulation got damaged in the process, and now here we are. The insulation is fixed back up because we're doing an exterior renovation and it made sense. I think with fixing up a few of these cold spots, tightening this house up as far as air leakage is concerned, and adding the exterior insulation, it's just going to be a little bit more pleasant, a little bit more comfortable, especially on those cold February days. Insulation's back in place. We've restored thermal comfort, at least right here, and we're going to just fill this back in so we have a relatively uniform layer or surface to install the R9 zip on, and we're going to get going on hopefully getting some windows in today as well. All right, we got the zip going on. That opening was reframed, so we brought that up. We cut this out yesterday, but we finished reframing it today. So we dropped this so that we could have, there was the original window height. We dropped it, because if you're replacing a bedroom window, you are obligated to make sure it meets the current code requirements. So now this bedroom window meets egress code, at least our local code. That window we framed up because it didn't need to be as big as it does, and Jaren is putting the zip on. Right, Jaren?
Right.
How are you liking the high specs?
Loving them.
There you go. That's about as good as we get out of Jaren. Jaren loves being on camera. Oh, of course. Of course, I didn't check it. I didn't check it. Oh, I didn't make a mark. So we were guessing at this point. On the sunny side of the street. This is not going to be a fun one.
So, sew this out and you...
Get another roll. If there's not one there, there are plenty in the trailer, okay?
Yeah.
Southern exposure, 3:30 in the afternoon. Starting to get a little sticky back here. And I'm not talking about the stretch tape. All right. Oh, we're gonna have a few puckers in this today. Almost unavoidable in this heat. Now, to be fair, it's not hot for a lot of parts of the world, but it's hot for us. Right, Kelsey?
Very much so.
So I'm gonna finish this off. And probably while I'm doing some of the 6-inch tape on the jams. Oh, that is just getting gross. It doesn't even want to peel right. All right, I'm gonna let you fall right there. Key is not to panic. Whatever happens, don't panic. Right, Jaron?
Right.
Jaron doesn't even know what he's saying right to, but he's saying yes. Oh, I got a pucker and an air bubble. I'll get that out with the roller. All right, I'm gonna get that later too. This is one of those funny sills where 6-inch stretch would almost do it, but it's not quite enough. All right, while I'm taking care of the sides, Kelsey's gonna get some shims dropped in and get this ready for a window. This is one of those instances where we sheathed right over the opening. This window was damaged during transport to the island, so instead of stopping the entire project, we're gonna sheath right over it. We'll get this house weather tight. When we get this window back, we'll open it up. We'll install the window the same as we're gonna install the rest of them, but we get to keep moving forward.